Hello, my name is MORAA Joy Michelle, a contestant from USIU Africa in Kenya. Qualities of a global citizen. There is a name for those whose identities go beyond their tribe, their race, their nationalities, or religion. A name for those who are aware and in all their knowledge understand the working dynamics of the world. There is a name for those who are ready to enact change and to bring transformation on this world. There is a name for individuals who are ready to fight for what they believe in. To fight for that because what they believe in has a propensity to bring about change and to save the human race. They are a voice for the voiceless. They are a shelter for the downtrodden. They are global citizens. Politics and leadership theatrics aside, we need global citizens. We need more individuals ready to fight and ready to stand up for what they believe in. We need more individuals ready to stand up for more than personal gain. We need more persons willing to partner with each other to find global solutions for global problems. We also need more people supporting global citizens because we are in this fight together. You may wonder what fight this is. The fight to live, not to simply exist on this earth, but to have quality life on it. That being said, the question that stands is this: are we, in all our might, members of the proactive faction of the human race? Or are we but numbers adding up to the global population? Are we ready to defy the odds? And are we ready to change the narratives? Are we global citizens?
Good afternoon, everybody from my region. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm contestant number 5, and I will engage you briefly on identity and culture diversity. I'm a lady, clearly. I'm about 5'3", probably shorter. I smile a lot, which is sometimes creepy. I love reading books in my house, and I also love going out. I'm heavily bothered if my pens do not have caps on. I will also have a problem if the switches on a wall are not aligned. I'm a sister, a student, a chef, and a friend. I'm an analytical thinker, assertive, a lover of sunflowers, good food, and good music, and I can fight. Now, all that I've shared right now is geared towards answering the question, who am I? As we as humans thrive off of definitions and descriptions in our daily lives. And something that I noticed is when you ask somebody, who are you? Sometimes they may be phased, but often we jump towards responding with our official identifications, such as our names, which is okay. But as conversations go on, we realize that we will delve deeper and further into describing ourselves, to which we will share things such as our gender, our habits, our political stances, our ideological beliefs, and so much more. And we use all of these things to define ourselves and to essentially identify ourselves. Out of all of that, we can agree that we need some sort of context to know what exactly about yourself you will choose to present to people. And the truth of it all is that we thrive off of our identities. Now, I believe that from my description, you have a vague idea of who I am. And that right there shows that even the smallest detail about yourself, from how you walk to how you talk to what you like, will define you, will be used to identify you. But it's not that simple, because if it were, we would not have identity crisis spanning across our lives, now would we? I think it would be so lovely if someone could just ask you, who are you? You say your name, and that would capture your whole being. It will take off the pressure of having to explain countless details about yourself. There are so many connotations of identity, more so in this dynamic world that we're in. And as such, we find that as we grow and as our environments evolve, as things change, so do our identities. And in the process, various factors will come up that would either enhance and likewise inhibit who we are and our identities, such as our obligations, our jobs, our cultures, our values, our thoughts, our belief systems, and the likes. I might become a mom, I might not. I might become a doctor, I might not. If I become these things, they will be used as my identity. Now let's take culture, for example. I believe that we cannot be limited to a single culture. Yes, there's the baseline of your way of life and what you do. But in this modern world that we live in, the interconnectivity of everything will not allow you to just have one thing. There's so much that you will come into contact with that will actively inform who you are. But then again, there's globalization and its impact on cultural diversity. And that seems to move us towards pluralism and appreciation of different culturally induced identities, which is beautiful. The fact that we can share music, we can share food, we can share ideas and clothes is evidence of just how incredibly interconnected we are and how our cultures merge together. And this competition is clear evidence of that. We are in different time zones right now. We are in different places, and we have come together, we are communicating and not letting our differences deter us from doing so. We have exchanged thoughts, cultures, and gained a very good appreciation for each other. Lastly, I believe that willingly or not, there will come a time where you will look in the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? And it's okay if that version of yourself has changed. It's okay if you've remained the same. And I believe that it's at this point, who you are will either cause a dilemma or be a beautiful way forward into knowing your true self and appreciating others. Thank you. Now, for my impromptu speech, I will respond to the question, if I could be a famous person, who could I be? I saw this topic and I thought, I have never imagined myself as a famous person. I've never quite thought of fame or analyzed it. Given I appreciate the various famous people that we have, they are doing incredible things, but I guess I always figured that if I could be anything, I would be myself. But if the odds were stacked against me and that was completely impossible, I would be a young Emma Watson. I would be that little 10-year-old who walked into an interview in the first time she went into, she was in America. And she sat there and faced, beaming with joy, oozing confidence, a little bubbly, a little quirky, dream set and hopes high. I'd be my true, authentic self, as Emma, of course, but I'd master those fake laughs because not everything is that funny. I would be that girl who gets asked by her classmate, how did you get your role in Harry Potter? I would stand there and say, because I'm worth it. I'd be a little bold. I'd be a little courageous. I would run outside and dance in the rain. I would call out my friends for not knowing my real name. I'd be true of me. I'd be that little Emma because she's defied the pressures of fame. She stood her ground and she remains her true self to this date. Now, I may not embody her fully because 10-year-old me was quite the menace, but I believe I'd do her justice. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to my speeches. But before I leave you, I would love to take this opportunity to express my sincerest and utmost gratitude to the Global UNITALKS community. I'm very grateful to the founder and architect of Global UNITALKS, Professor Wallace, for creating this incredible platform and sharing it with the rest of the world. I would also take this time to appreciate Professor Diana. She's walked with us and helped us when we were having panic attacks, and she's held our hands all through. I would also like to appreciate our international jury who have come here today to join us, and the Turkey UNITALKS president for taking the time to grace us with their presence today. I'll also say a big thank you to the creative team of UNITALKS, because without them, we would not have the videos that we've shared to our friends and families. Lastly, I say thank you to you, the audience, to all the friends and families who have joined. Thank you so much for supporting and believing in us. Thank you for choosing me to be part of this community, because I have learned so much. I have pushed myself past my comfort zones, and I have been truly honored to have the chance to interact with utterly incredible contestants. And I wish them all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, contestant. You have done a great job. And now I invite our juries to ask questions to you.
Good evening,
Contestant number 5.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Is fame important than morality, you think?
Pardon?
Is fame more important than morality, do you think?
Thank you very much for your question. No, I do not believe that fame is more important than morality, because each of us needs something that we stand on. We need some basic values and ethos that we believe in, that we stand on, that we operate on. Because if all we are working towards is being famous, anything could sway us. Anything would come, and it would just shift us and shift all that we believe in so easily if our sole focus is on fame. So no, I do not believe that fame is more important than morality.
Thank you.
Good evening, contestant number 5.
Good
Again,
evening.
lovely to see you again. You did so well last round. Yeah, definitely. Left a really, really great impression on me. Okay, so my question for you this evening is, when we are talking about identity and cultural diversity, okay, what role should employers play to implement diversity in the workplace?
Thank you very much for your question. I believe that employers should consider the uniqueness that each individual brings to the table when they're employing them. Because often when employers bring people into a space, there's a push or a desire to have everyone to be the same and not appreciate the uniqueness that everyone has. So I believe that it would be important and imperative for every employer to appreciate and allow their employees to express themselves and to equally celebrate the different cultures that each of the employees have. I believe that that would be a step towards creating a bigger platform for cultural diversity to thrive in the job sector.
Now I call upon any of the judges who may like to ask one additional question, a general question from contestant number 5.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Oh, I'm fine. That was a great speech. I really like it. I would like to ask you, what are your strength and weakness? What do you think are your strengths and weakness?
Thank you very much for that question. I've always quite dreaded being asked that. I would say that my strength is I believe in myself, regardless of whatever anybody thinks, whatever is said. So long as I believe in something and in myself, I know I will be unfazed by anything that comes. So I think that that is my biggest strength. My weakness is that in equal measure, sometimes in as much as I believe in myself, I might discredit myself. So it goes both ways. But yes, my strength is that I believe in myself. My weakness is sometimes I get in my own way, but I still push through.
Hey, thank you. Thanks a lot. It's a great answer. Thank you.